This
This
is my 52-year-old German tranny.
What did he say?
Out of my 1974 911
911, what's your emergency?
Porsche.
Did I stutter?
Now that I've ruffled your feathers by saying it wrong, this is my 1974 911S. It's not your typical 911. It has a K24A2 swapped into it. If you haven't been following along, there's a whole series on this car, and if you want to see more, please like and subscribe. It really does help. I have touched every single part.
What did he say?
I rewired the entire car. I installed a radium 10-gallon fuel cell, and I also installed a CSF Rywire tucked radiator. I have cut into this car. I have welded this car, but most importantly, I have enjoyed the out of this car. Some might even say a little too much. But all good things don't last. Unfortunately, all of that came to an abrupt halt. A couple of videos back, we dropped the engine and gearbox out of the Porsche. In the last video, we found the issue with the transmission. But that brings us to this video, where we fix what went wrong. This is what happens when you forget to check your transmission fluid in a 915. Yep, 915. That is the designation used to describe the transmissions in 911 starting from 1972 through to 1986, where it was then succeeded by the G50's transmission in 1987. Back to the task at hand though. We need to get this transmission mounted back onto the K24A2. First off, we need to install the release bearing onto the pressure plate. This is actually quite simple. This is just going to be a quick little section to get the throwout bearing, thrust release bearing, whatever you want to call it, set up in the pressure plate. You've got your spacer ring, goes there, and then you want to have your this way up so that there's tension, so that you can then throw this like that. You want to put this, and you can see that I can push down, and then you want to see if you can just very easily throw this in there to get it in. And then, oh, look at that. There's no noise, nothing. That's how easy that is. Doesn't move, should spin freely. That there is done. And for comparison, this is what the one we just replaced sounded like. Now, we need to reinstall the flywheel onto the K24, followed by the clutch and the pressure plate. The flywheel bolts are torqued to 30 foot-pounds, 60 foot-pounds, 90 foot-pounds, and then 120 foot-pounds in a star pattern. We then line everything up to make sure that the clutch is in the correct spot and mount up the pressure plate to the flywheel. These pressure plate bolts are torqued to 17 foot-pounds in a star pattern. Now that that part is done, we can turn our focus back to the transmission and cleaning out all the ATF that we ran through it previously. I removed the factory open diff to make sure that everything was cleaned thoroughly.
We got a bleeder!
It is here that the Australian in me really wanted to weld that diff, but alas, not today. While I wait for the gaskets and replacement bearings, we need to replace the original clutch cable with a brand new one from Pelican Parts. This is a little different with my setup, given I'm using the 997 drive-by-wire pedal. Removing this was very uncomfortable. Damn, that's greasy! I can't tell if it's supposed to be greasy, or if, like, that is wild. Before we feed the new clutch cable through, I'm just going to make sure that the clevis attaches. Sweet. This thing drove me nuts. If you haven't done one of these, and there isn't really any good tutorials or anything, this actually goes all the way through and then clamps in. I did not know that you had to pull the whole thing out. So that's something that, yeah. Okay, so that side fits, and then we've got the stopper plus a nut. I think I need 2 nuts here, and I think they're... Alright, sweet. So, right nut, right clevis, let's feed it through. Now that I've fed the new clutch cable through, I have to reinstall the clevis and locking nut. The measurements here are 0.8 inches or 20 millimeters from the bottom of the locking nut to the end of the cable. I then decided it was a good time to adjust the brake switch, making sure that as soon as the pedal was depressed, the lights turn on. And now that everything is adjusted there, we can reinstall the 997 drive-by-wire pedal. I'm also going to install a floorboard here with the clutch stop, so I'll have to remove the pedal again then, and most likely cut some of the floorboard. This is not the long-term solution. I am still going to try and find a 915-67 that I can swap in later and replace this one with. Right now though, I just need to get the car driving so I can actually make a tiny little meet on March 22nd. But this is where the Overcrest community just blows me away. I spent an hour on FaceTime with Tony, and he guided me through the process of reinstalling everything within the nose cone. I'm not going to bore you with the details of the transmission reassembly, as it wasn't a full reassembly. However, I did film it all in depth and could make a video of at least this part of reassembly. If people are interested, drop a comment. There are 2 nuts that need some serious torque, and so I reached out to Quan at Mastercraft Unlimited to see if he could lend a hand. We got the pinion shaft flange nut torqued to 186 foot-pounds and locked the collar. We then also torqued the main shaft castle nut to 116 foot-pounds and installed the locking roll pin. Now that the gearbox is back together, we need to make sure that it is filled with the appropriate transmission fluid and quantity. I'm going to use Swepco 201 for the first 500 miles, and then switch to a Bell Ray as per Tony's recommendation. Tony also gave me a little tip to get a bit more fluid in there to keep 5th gear happier. So once that was complete, I buttoned up the fill point bolt. In the next video, I have some fun suspension to install, as well as potentially getting the gearbox and engine back into the car, and maybe even start it, we'll see. So, if you are enjoying this build, please like, comment, share it with your friends. I hope that you can learn from my mistakes and that we get this thing back on the road. There's some fun stuff coming up that I'm really excited to do with this car, so yeah, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.